Like that? New cut-in. Only took 8 weeks for me to do. Now to South Carolina, where 4 of the top 10 teams in Class 1A are local teams from Region 4.
All right, and that includes the new number 1, Wagner Salad.
Yeah, they were on the road, so can't show you them. But we do have a top 10 matchup in Region 3 between number 8, Rich Freeman, and number 5, Blackfield. Both enter with a 4-2 record. So here we go to some 1A South Carolina football.
I was out there yesterday.
Top 10 teams, they can play.
Yeah, they ball us.
First quarter, Rich Spring threatening at the Blackfield 20. Remedy leap hard, but that's picked off. Jaquavion James, and, well, he caught it at the 10. Colin, I can do the math. He goes to the house. That is a 90-yard interception return for the touchdown. PAT no good. Blackfield leading 6-0 in this top 10 shootout. Now Blackfield with the ball on offense. Second quarter, Adonis Davis does everything for this team, but hands it off to one of his other playmakers, Ahmad Johnson, working hard to get to the 1, and Adonis Davis going to do the rest. Punches it home from there for Blackfield Hill to PAT again. No good, but that's fine. 12-0 early second quarter, and Blackville rolls tonight in the top 10 showdown over Rich Spring net of 42-14. Same region, Denmark Olar dropped to number 10 after their loss last week hosting Estill. Second quarter, Estill up 14-6. Denmark's Darion James making a run, though. Picks up a first down for the Vikings. James not done yet. On the same drive. Gonna hand it off. Comes straight up the middle. Finds more room and down to the 25-yard line with 4 defenders on it. This time, the Vikings' Malik Palmer gonna blow by the Estill defense. That drive, by the way, didn't end in any points. But this one will for a Viking touchdown. So it made it 14-12, Denmark still trailing. But then here comes T.J. Williams for the 2-point conversion, ties the game at 14, and Denmark would get the one they needed to beat Estill 22-14. All right, here's the score from Wagner Sally, the number 1 team in the state on the road. They crush North, and McCormick throws a shutout against Calhoun Falls.
All right, Willis and Elko at HKT. Willison, Trez Rhymes throws a heck of a pass right here, first quarter. Devon Harrison, and he gets the first down before he's tripped up. Now, Trez Rhymes throws another pass, this one to Adrian Chandler, and this is a touchdown. Actually, no, this is a first down. This is first down for Wilson Elko. Now, HKT decides to run it this time, and the ball comes out. It's going to be a fumble.
There's a touchdown.
There's a touchdown.
You were right.
All right, well, hey,
Trey
HKT,
Rhymes.
they win 24-12.
Trey Rhymes, throwing dimes.
All right, now number 6, ranked Bamberg Earnhardt, seeking their first win in region play on the road at Allendale Fairfax. First play, Allendale opening up. They're going to take the snap and hand the ball off. But this one is going to be met by some Bamberg defenders in the backfield for a loss of 5. Next snap. This time they try to hand the ball off again. It's a fumble, and it's recovered by a Bamberg defender. Following the fumble recovery, QB Hunter Bridges takes the snap and hands it off to Kavian Taylor, and he's going to take it, breaking in some tackles before he's walking into the end zone. It's 7-0. And following the Tigers drive, take a snap and his hands off to another running back. Look at that, touchdown.
Tight game down in Allendale.
Really tight. Bamberg Earnhardt, 17. Allendale Fairfax, 7, the final.
Big win for the Red Raiders. All right, Barnwell was on the road. We wanted to go to Whale Branch, just too far. They went 49-6. Saluda, another top 10 team, they crushed 96-43-13. How about Fox Creek on the road? A chance to maybe help Barnwell upset the number 1 team in the state, Abbeville. All right, it was 38-7 at the half, though, but Fox Creek's Ryan Chavis running for a first down. That wasn't it. That was Jaden Johnson. And he's finding Jantonius Butler for the big game, but Abbeville was just too much tonight. They went 52-14. Silver Bluff, we stay in Class 2A, same region, Region 4, taking on Batesburg Leesville tonight. First drive of the game for the Bulldogs, and it didn't start well. High snap over Malik Williams' head, and the Panthers recover for Batesburg Leesville. That would lead to a goal line drive. Fake snap, fakes the camera. Marvin Gant, take my word for it, punched it in. 6-0, failed 2-point conversion. Second quarter, Batesville Leesville. 4th and 15 from the 40. Trey Robinson going deep. He caught it.
See a spiral on that?
Sean Trell Hendricks And Silver Bluff falls on the road 33-7. All right, Strom, Thurmond riding a 6-game win streak. The Rebels, another top 10 team. They're number 9 in Class 3A, hosting Swansea tonight in Edgefield County. No score, first quarter. Stanley Hill taking the handoff, breaking down the sideline all the way to the Tiger 48. Next play, Jaquan Harris, who missed some time last week, was nursing a little injury. Keeps it himself, picks up 10 more. Harris then goes to the air. Jay Baker, he's open. Jay Baker catching touchdowns.
Nice.
7-0 for the Rebels. Now second quarter, Swansea facing 3rd and 15. Adrian Rodriguez, though, picks it up, finds Michael Jones to the 25. They face another 3rd down. Same combination, but they come up a yard short. The Rebel defense holds it after a penalty backed them up, facing 4th and 6. They're going to take a shot, but again, Antoine Hillary's defense comes up, and the offense had plenty of work tonight because you'll see this final 52-12.
Now, not often we see North Augusta starting out 0-2 in region play, hoping to come out on top against Airport. Eagles up 17-9 in the 3rd. Jackets, Gunnar Trahan rumbles down to the 10-yard line. Next play, Bradley Godwin connects with Grayson Bridges, who battles his way inside the 5 before he's taken down. Now, 3rd down from the 1, Bradley Godwin sneaks it in. It's 17-15, Airport. Airport now on the move, and the quarterback, Marco Gilmore, leading the way. Keeps it for a huge gain down the sideline. Goes down just shy of the 14-yard line of North Augusta. It was set up a 25-yarder, Hayden Reimer, and it's 20-15, 4th quarter now. North Augusta taking its first lead of the game as Gunnar Trahan walks into the end zone. Count the 2-point conversion. Unfortunately, Airport wins 30-29.
North Augusta had that one until late. All right, we were trying to show you South Aiken don't have it, though. We do have Midland Valley and Aiken, somebody getting their first win tonight. Harper Puckett on the QB sneak for the Mustangs. Makes it 7-0 for the Valley. They kick off. The Hornets for Darian Terry is coming back into the screen for a big game. You know you're fast when you can just avoid the camera.
I like the pink on the green.
Right? Breast
That's
Cancer
good.
Awareness Month. We got pink on. All right, didn't turn into points for the Hornets. Midland Valley with the ball back. Puckett to B.J. Staley. He finds some room. Finds plenty of room. We got top plays.
I think that's a top play.
We got top plays. Makes it 14-2. And the Mustangs, congratulations to the Valley. They get their first win, 20-10. And I can tell you, South Aiken on the road lost 35-20 to Brooklyn Casey. All right, stick around. We are just about halfway done here on Football Friday Night.
Each year, Football Friday Night brings you big plays, big hits, and great